Hip hop did not invent black on black crime. I want to be clear. Hip hop did not invent the violence, but hip hop glamorizes and popularizes it. Let me say this another way. Black men in America are going to go down in history as being the only exterminated population in human existence who actually marketed their own extermination. No other people voluntarily destroyed and desecrated their own public image before the world for money. We got to be careful not to falsely credit the black community with gains that are being orchestrated by the white power structure in the name of gentrification. So when you look at Nashville, when you look at Washington, D.C., when you look at Philadelphia, these cities are being heavily gentrified. And so a lot of the benefits or the improvements over time are improvements that were orchestrated to cater to the needs of the white people who are returning to those cities.
Okay.
You see, Memphis has not yet been hit as hard with the gentrification wave as are some of the other cities in Tennessee. You understand?
Okay.
But it's coming because Memphis is one of the most concentratedly black cities in America. So it's being left alone until they come up with a strategy for how they're going to move y'all up out of here as well. Because there's a national movement to get all black people out of America's major city centers. They want us gone. They want to swap places with us with the rural white folks. They want to bring them into the city and push us out there. And do you know why? Once we've traded places with the rural whites,
okay,
they can do whatever they want to do to black people out there because nobody's paying you no attention. See, anything done to black people in a major city is going to make the news. It's going to be seen. It can't be hid. You understand me? But if you do it out there, you can do it and almost nobody will even know that you did it. Replace and exterminate. That's what they're working on right now.
Woo. Fentanyl crisis. What do you think about that? Talk to us.
All of the drug addiction crises that we had in America, going back to heroin, are orchestrated by the government. Sometimes they use our black people in the city centers as a test case to see how you're going to react to this new drug before we drop it off in people in second and third world nations. Chemical warfare is a real thing. That's why the British dropped opium off in China and sedated the Chinese. You understand me?
Yeah.
Most of what we suffer from right now as black America is still the aftershock of the cocaine war against black America in 1980. We haven't rebounded yet from the cocaine crack. The crack era, every problem we got right now to these boys killing each other on the street grew out of the crack cocaine war by the CIA against black America. Okay. Fentanyl, opioids, here's the biggest contradiction in both of them. During the crack era, if you got caught with crack, you going to jail.
Yes.
Whether you was a user or a seller. They're not locking up these white fentanyl addicts. They're not locking up these white opioid addicts. They're giving them safe places to use the drug. They're giving them places to sleep, places to eat. You understand me? It's being treated like a public health crisis. But when you get caught with crack, it's treated like a criminal justice crisis.
Okay.
White privilege.
Hip hop, something I love.
Toxic.
I'm going to ask you a question. I know you're about to go with it. Is it hurting? We know it has hurt. But as it grows, because hip-hop, we all know...
most influential musical art form in the world right now.
Correct. It's a trend that they thought that was never going to expand to 50 years where it is now. They thought it was going to be a passing phase. Is hip-hop going to hurt continuously the black community, or will it come back and help us?
Hip-hop could be a solution, but right now hip-hop is a cancer on black America.
Okay.
Why? Because it is programming our young people towards materialism, misogyny, sexual exploitation, drug use, drug selling, mass incarceration. Hip hop is the marketing medium for mass incarceration.
Okay.
And until the leading hip hop influencers change the direction of the content, hip hop cannot be considered a blessing to the black community. It's a curse until we take it back.
Dr.
For
Umar
all
Johnson.
that hip hop has done, the question you got to ask yourself, what has been the net gain to black America of hip hop? What have we gained as a people as a result of 50 years of hip hop? Can you name a single institution? 50 years of hip hop. You're talking billions of dollars. Billions. Can you name a single institution that hip hop has built for the black community in 50 years? Have they built a bank? Have they built a school? Have they built a hospital? Have they built a supermarket? Is there a distribution network? Is there a manufacturing industry? Absolutely not. Hip hop has not shown and proved. The losses far outseed the gains. You got some millionaires. You got some brothers who make a living through hip hop, which is good. But look at the other side of this. How many black children are out here committing crimes because they think it's popular, because they're being told this is what you need to do to be a man? How many? I don't think hip hop has, I do not think hip hop has assumed the responsibility for contributing to the problems in our community. They didn't invent them. Hip hop did not invent black on black crime. I want to be clear. Hip hop did not invent the violence, but hip hop glamorizes and popularizes it. Let me say this another way. Black men in America are going to go down in history as being the only exterminated population in human existence who actually marketed their own extermination. No other people voluntarily destroyed and desecrated their own public image before the world for money. I saw a Roddy Ricch concert. Somebody sent me a clip. This Negro is in Europe singing one of his songs filled with the N-word. And he has the white people, and the audience was damn near all white because most people who purchased the music are white. And he has these white people singing along with him as he sings this N-word filled song. And they're literally singing the N-word with him leading them from the stage.
That's right. That's
okay,
right.
I got you.
Keep
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That was an embarrassment to every black person who ever walked the face of this earth.
Powerful. Well, one thing I can say about hip hop, especially since I've been blessed to do an old school hip hop mix noon to one.
But the old school is different.
Right.
Because the old school wasn't gangster rap. You understand me? That's my era. That's what I listened to.
Me
the
too.
80s and the early 90s before NWA convinced everybody to become a gangster. You understand me?
Right.
The Public Enemies and the Rakims and the Big Daddy Kanes. Don't get me wrong. They had a slight little gangsterism to it.
Edge.
But it was more consciousness than it was death. Today it's more death than it is consciousness. But see, the issue is when NWA came along and sold 1 million records with no radio play, every boy in the hood said, if NWA can sell 1 million albums with no radio play, I need to become a gangster rapper because I can still make it even if I don't get no rotation on the radio. And that's when everybody went gangster rap. And then when Bill Clinton's crime bill came out in 1994, the whites who control the music industry, they said, you know what we got to do? We got to direct the content of hip hop so it glamorizes the very behavior that gets you locked up so we can fill up these new private prisons that Bill Clinton promised he's going to have black bodies for.